answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers!
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Well, welcome back. It is January 5th, 2024. Hey, it's Zero Dark 30, blasting out of the bunker, heading into, well, your range very soon. This is the Prepared Mind channel, folks, and we are preparing our minds for what is coming. Now, title of this video is, well, Biden's moves are easy to see, or are they not? Because you are paying attention, because we talk, because we listen, we are well informed. Now, why is that so valuable? Is it just to satisfy our morbid curiosity about what these scumbags in DC are doing, or is it something else? Right? I think it's a self-preservation move, in all truth. But it gives us insights, true insights. Now, I'd like to ask you about the common, everyday American. Whether they're out there collecting welfare and trying to score some weed, or whether we're talking about hardworking Americans who get up every day, deal with their families, their lives, responsibly go to work, pay their taxes, and think that that should be enough. Well, it should be, but the two groups I just described, are they prepared? I'll submit that they are not. That they are ripe for the picking, like a piece of low-hanging fruit. But the picker, folks, the picker is, or are rather, Biden, Democrats, lawyers, political extremists who don't have to try. They're right there, ready to be deceived. There are still people who just think that, well, the people in charge have power and they can exercise that power. They can say and do whatever they want. And because the news says so, they can do no wrong. They can do no wrong. Well, we've seen a lot of wrong, haven't we? The claim is, though, that Trump does all kinds of wrong. In fact, Jack Smith, prosecutor who's been given an order to stay his prosecution, has continued to submit papers, make demands. In other words, they're still working. They're still prosecuting. They're ignoring the stay. They're ignoring a court order. That's what Trump's claim is right now, his countersuit. And that, he's going to do something about it. I'd say, you know that the guy's a complete scumbag. Why would you even give him a chance to stop other than just a legal formality before you go after him big time? Anyways, that all being said, let's continue. Biden's moves are easy to see, folks. It's easy to understand where they're going. He's already shown us in his Hitler-esque, truly, fully Hitler-esque speech, where he bathed himself in red and had disgustingly two Marines, or people pretending to be Marines, actors, computer-generated images, standing behind him to give him the air and appearance of authority and military strength. And understand me, there is nothing done by accident. That Hitler-esque speech, Hitler-like speech, fully Hitlerized Biden, where he pounded on the lectern and demanded this and demanded that. All he has done is destroy America. We all see it. There's no doubts about it. Well, it's going to continue, folks, and it's going to get worse. His speech tomorrow is going to show you and I exactly what's coming. While the pot smoke and welfare cases couldn't care less, and the hardworking taxpayers couldn't understand, right? They're going to be dumbfounded. What do you mean Trump supporters are white supremacists? See, throwing terms around like that, though, they used to actually have the effect. You see, Democrats are white supremacists. Truly, they are white supremacists. In the sense of the word that they believe their own shit, their own lies. Right? They're accusing themselves, rather accusing us and pretending to excuse themselves. So let's continue with this, shall we? Biden tomorrow is going to accuse everyone in an attempt to use guilt from name calling. That's right, folks, sticks and stones. They want to use bad names to make people feel guilty and persuade them to not vote for Trump or not vote at all, to get them to quit being politically active and supportive of advocacy for Trump, for freedom, for liberty. They're going to claim that you, as a Trump supporter, you as a Make America Great Again, which is ridiculous. I'm sorry, I haven't even got to the part that they're going to say. Right? They're going to claim, make Joe Biden, through his, or rather, the puppet masters through Joe Biden will tell us that we are destroying democracy. They're continuing to use that. You want to know why? See, the pot smokers don't know, and the hard workers don't care. They think they're immune from all this and won't have an effect on them. But let me tell you, right here, right now, it will have an effect. But that effect could boomerang on them if they keep this shit up. And they're going to keep it up. It is their one play to claim that Trump, his supporters, and Republicans in general are destroying democracy by demanding freedom, liberty, accountability, by demanding government stay within its boundaries, on its leash, and obey the Constitution. That's destroying democracy. Protecting the country from invasion is going to destroy democracy. This is why it's so easy to see, folks, because they have made it easy if you pay attention. And you don't have to study it. You don't have to have your head down in the weeds, digging through the roots to figure it out. Every Democrat follows the Joe Biden line, the Obama line, the Clinton line. Every decision they've made is negative, destroys America. The concepts of American freedom. See, I'm not interested in their democracy. I'm interested in our freedom. I don't need to argue conservative versus liberal. I don't need to argue the republic versus a democracy every time. I just need to say freedom. I have no freedoms which are dangerous to government. I have no right which is dangerous to government other than those rights delineated in the Declaration of Independence. That's right, the Declaration of Independence. I think that I will have to make a bigger deal out of it now, because that one document has struck fear in the hearts of Democrats everywhere, including Obama, Joe Biden. They hate the Declaration, folks, with a passion. They actually hate the Declaration of Independence more than they hate the Constitution. They're trying to take down the First and Second Amendments of the Constitution to nullify, or at least seriously cripple, the power of the Declaration of Independence. I will not accept that the Declaration of Independence is not law, because it is a living document. Living in the sense that it's real, it matters, it has value, effect, and it authorizes the people. Not the document itself, but rather it points to an authority the divine in us all, if I may, that we do not have to submit to tyranny, and that in fact, after suffering tyranny for long periods of time, which we have, trying to correct and make amends with tyranny, despotism, that we can exercise our right and be in the right. Though the fight may be bloody, names will be called, people will be arrested. In other words, folks, something very, very nasty is coming. I want to tell you a little bit about the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. They were not written by lawyers to help lawyers govern us. Now, see, lawyers were supposed to be the students of law, the pupils of liberty and freedom. Well, that's maybe partially how they started, but they have become instead interpreters of systemic control systems. The Constitution was written by philosophers, political philosophers. Think about it. They didn't write the Constitution and our laws. They didn't write the Declaration of Independence to be wordy, sneaky, shitty attorneys trying to control everybody. They were trying to create a government that was functional and would be forced to respect the rights, the liberties of the people, both individually and collectively. That's why they wrote the Constitution. That's why they wrote the Bill of Rights. And these same philosophies guided their hand in writing the Declaration of Independence. The most ostentatious, the most bewildering document to tyrants ever conceived. That's our document, folks. And it's easy to see Biden wanting to take it away by saying that we threaten a government that doesn't exist. He's fabricated an enemy so that he can attack. He is executing every plan that King George ever did against colonial America, but he's doing it against current Americans using modern facsimiles. Right? There are no redcoats now. There are no, shall we say, ungoverned native tribes that are working as mercenary forces. So they imported illegals. And they're using every tool that King George had ever used, because those things don't change. They are consistent with the way tyrants work. Are you prepared for what's coming? Are you prepared? Read the Declaration of Independence, folks. It will scare you because it is so close to what we are dealing with. And those contained all of the major and chief complaints. And it pointed to the authority by which we may and which we must employ if we are to retain and regain our freedoms and liberties. I'm not calling for violence or revolt. I'm calling for America to wake up and see who you can be, who you are. Chance favors the prepared mind. Next stop, Free for All Friday. I will see you there.